Hey guys, it's Jem here. Welcome to my how-to page where you will learn the key building skills in order to gain the upper hand and defeat your opponents. Today I'll be sharing with you guys the fundamentals for building, and we'll be going over concepts such as ramping up, doing 180s and defending yourself when under heavy fire. These skills will make you a better and more rounded player and give you the confidence you need to advance to the next level. Now before we start, make sure that you have your turbo building on in the settings, as it will help you significantly while building. It basically allows you to build without constantly having to click the mouse button, and also helps you build faster. So make sure you have that setting enabled, and let's crack on. Now, first things first, you have to have your keybind set for each build option. There isn't a right way of having your keybind set, however make sure it's comfortable for you. I personally use C for ramps, X for floors, Z for walls, and V for pyramids, but it's all down to personal preference. Okay, now for the fun stuff. The most used and most important concept when it comes to building is how to ramp up correctly. It is a very effective tool when it comes to gaining high ground, and it will help you significantly during build battles. I found that when you first start playing the game, you usually start ramping up without any reinforcement whatsoever. This is good to gain high ground quickly, however you can easily be knocked down by your opponent. It only takes 5 AR bullets for your opponent to destroy an entire ramp. Now if you reinforce your ramps with walls, it would take 10 bullets to take the structure down. This will then obviously make it a lot harder for enemies that are directly in front of you to destroy your ramp. However, if you have enemies beneath you, it is still only 5 AR bullets for them to break your ramp. Now an easy fix for this is to build a ramp, a floor and a wall. Now at first you will find this difficult, but I can assure you it will get a lot easier with practice. When I first started, I could barely build ramps, let alone walls and floors with it. I suggest starting off slowly and gradually getting faster. Remember, practice makes perfect. Another tip would be to move your mouse up and down while you are building your ramps, because this seemed to help me a lot when I started out. When I first started playing, I noticed I would build floors over my head, blocking me from running up, and it became very frustrating during battles. I found that moving my mouse up and down prevented that from happening, so I highly recommend it to those of you just starting out. Once you have nailed down ramping up, you can focus on changing direction to either go left or right. This will help you gain the upper hand during build battles and allow you to have a clearer shot on your opponent. Simply build your ramps, and as you get towards the end of the ramp, jump and face the direction that you want to go in, followed by a floor, a wall and a ramp. As you have your ramps mastered, this will seem a lot easier to do. Just make sure you don't jump too late, otherwise you'll find that you'll build a ramp over your head, which is very annoying. Similar to changing direction, being able to do a 180 is a good tool when you want to run the opposite direction while still gaining the high ground. This is really useful when you have an enemy shooting you from behind and you want to turn around while still being protected. To begin with, start building a ramp, and as you get toward the top of the ramp, build 3 walls around you, jump, build a floor, followed by another ramp, and proceed on. Another thing you can do is when you ramp off, if you are being shot from above, then you can build ramps above your head as well. This will give you the protection you need from the enemy shooting you from above. To do this, when you have done your 180, look up so that a ramp can be attached to the wall behind you, and then move your mouse up and down while building your ramps. Like the others, start slowly and gradually get faster in order to master the technique. Once you have done these enough, you will not even have to think about it anymore, as it will just become second nature. Trust me, it might be hard at first, but it will definitely get easier. Leaning away from ramps, let's look at defending yourself. If someone is shooting at you, or you are in a dangerous area, what you can do is box yourself in. Boxing yourself in is a very easy and effective tool when you need precious time to health up and reload. What you have to do is build 4 walls around you, followed by a roof and a pyramid on top. To make this even safer, you can build a pyramid inside to cover yourself and make it that much harder for an enemy to get to you. Just remember guys, you need to know how to get out just as much as you did to get in. What you have to do is edit your way out. To do this, press your edit key and select either 1 box or 2 boxes to open the pyramid. Then edit your wall and either draw an L shape or a square to open the wall. Editing is a key part of building, as you'll find it is very useful when it comes to trapping your opponents and being able to escape too. And when you're still getting used to the game, I'm sure we can all agree that at one point we all didn't know how to edit, and it's very annoying when enemies would do this against you. Now with me, you will hopefully gain the tools to do this back. What I recommend is building walls, ramps and pyramids and try editing them as fast as you can. It will benefit you greatly in the long run and make you a more rounded and unpredictable player, making it a nightmare for your opponents. When you have learned how to box yourself in and edit your way out, you then can look at building up while protecting yourself. This is also known as a 1x1. It is a very useful technique to learn, especially during the endgame and when the zone is small. It is similar to boxing yourself in, however instead of covering your head, you'll be building upwards. What you need to do is build a ramp within the box and repeat your walls, followed by a floor and another ramp. Remember that if you do not build a floor first, you will find that you will build a ramp over your head, so make sure you build that floor first. During build battles, you will find that you build really high up with no way to come down. So many people build big structures but then end up falling to their deaths, which I'm not gonna lie, I am also guilty of. But hey, we all have to learn somewhere, right? To be able to fall safely, you need to be able to build a floor out, then turn around and look straight down and build 2 walls and a ramp to catch yourself. Beware that if you build more than 2 walls, you will take full damage, so make sure not to wait too long before you build your ramp. Once you can do this, you can start to gradually go faster by building your walls and turning around and running quickly. Don't go too fast though, otherwise you might end up falling off like I said before. This technique has helped me a lot in situations where I need to get down quickly and safely, and I'm sure it will be very useful for you too. So hopefully, by the end of this video, you have learned how to ramp up, change directions, do 180s and defend yourself when coming under fire. When you have learned these fundamentals, you will find it a lot easier when coming into contact with enemies, and it will give you the confidence you need to defeat your opponents. That's it for this video guys. I hope you've enjoyed it and you have gained the necessary tools when it comes to building. Just remember, a lot of what I've shared with you today is down to muscle memory, so it will get much easier through repetition. All it takes is 10 to 20 minutes before or after you play, and you will see the difference in your building ability, so keep on practicing. If you have found any value from this video, please like and subscribe or comment, as it helps the channel a lot. I also stream on Twitch, so feel free to come and hang out if you find yourself with any free time. Link is in the description below. Until next time, thank you for watching.